Hey, good morning, everyone. Illuminated Light Leaders, how are you doing today? I am so excited and having so much fun with this workshop that we're doing today. So I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to jump on. And in the meantime, like I typically do for all of my Facebook Lives, my master classes, my trainings, my group programs, my one-on-one clients, I always like to pull a card from a deck that I'm drawn to every day. And today is from Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor Oracle deck. And I thought it was specifically appropriate that this is the card that popped up because today we're going to be talking about abundance. So the card that was pulled today, just moments ago before I hit live, is when I am there's the card. When I am tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. So there's the card again. And, you know, this card couldn't be more appropriate for today, for today's workshop, for this group, for as one of my personal mantras, because I am so tapped into the energy of abundance. Hello, hi Jackie, hi Jennifer. Thanks for jumping on. What I would love for you to do as you are jumping on is tell me what area of your business or your life would you like to have an increase of abundance. Is it relationships? Is it health? Is it business? Is it more clients? Is it a bigger email list? Tell me all the things. As you're jumping on, I would love to just know what portion of your life would you like to increase your abundance in. Today's workshop, and for those of you that are jumping on and don't know me, my name is Theogenosis, and I am a business and empowerment coach for spiritual entrepreneurs. And this is day 2 of a 3-day series for business and leadership info, really, I guess. It's just topics that people have asked me to speak about. I thought, why not put them into a workshop style and be able to just tap on some of the different topics. And these are very high level. As I was putting together today's, props, because today we have props, as well as my notes, it's like, oh my gosh, I could do a master class, I could do a training on any of these topics, and just for an hour. So today we're really just going to be high level. We're going to talk about how you can infuse spiritual rituals into your business to increase the abundance. And let me see if anybody is jumping on with comments. I would love to just know in what portion of your life do you want to increase your abundance? Because today, all the things that we're going to talk about, I'm going to focus a little bit more on business, bringing more clients, bringing more of, growing your email list, and of course, bringing more money into our bank accounts. But this can be applied to any area of your life, to your relationships. You want to find that soulmate partner. You want to enhance your current relationship with your partner. It can also be for your health. Maybe our bodies are our temples. And as spiritual beings, as goddesses, as we tap into and grow our spiritual, divine, feminine leadership qualities, much like we talked about yesterday, we need to make sure that we're healthy. We need to make sure that we take care of this body, this form of energy that we are showing up in the world. And, that could be just eating a little bit better. It could be walking for 30 minutes a day. It could be going to the gym, whatever it might be. But increasing our abundance increases our energy, and it also increases our flow and our alignment with our chakras. For example, yoga, one of the best benefits of yoga, well, there's many, 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 but the two that come to mind is that it really does allow you to stretch your body in a way that aligns your chakras so that you are getting that divine guidance. You are tapping into your intuition and you're opening up, because so often, especially our root and our sacral chakras are clogged. They're not open. We're not, especially our womb is such a source of divine inspiration, of divine feminine power. And so those are really, really important. And yoga, just by the mere stretching and the different poses, it also allows you to get into a meditative state. So for those of you that are struggling with maybe just sitting and meditating, try a yoga practice. There's so many resources available online. So that is kind of the direction we're going today. We're going to talk about, again, these are going to be very, very high level. So, and I hope I can give you enough information that if it is a different concept for you, that you dive into it further, or by all means share with me in the group. Let me know at the bottom of this video if you want me to go deeper into some of these topics. And these are things that I basically do. I've collected bits and pieces of information over the course of many years and just found something that works for me. Some of them I do on the cycles of the moon. Some of them I do every day. Some of them I do almost every day. It really, there's no right or wrong. It's intuitively, I know what I need to do next. So a very basic concept here is, what is a ritual? It's one of those words that we're running across more and more. And a ritual back in the, years and years and years historically, I think was really tied to either very deep seated religious rituals, like even as something like baptisms and different chanting, and it depends on the religion. But it is a ritual. It's something that has been carried down, and we do this repetitively. A ritual also was tied many years ago to, it meant that you were a witch, or only witches did rituals, and that rituals were secretive and done in the moonlight and with candles. Now, all of that can easily be done, but it removes that layer of mystique out of it, because a ritual is something that is just whatever you put your intention to it. So a ritual can be as simple as, maybe you have kids and every night you read them a bedtime story. That's a ritual. It is something that you do with an intent. A lot of us, we like that 5 minutes, that 10 minutes with our children at the end of the day. It not only allows us to kind of ground and let go of the day, but it gives us that one-on-one time with our child. And our children start looking forward to it. So a ritual is not necessarily a habit. It's something that you do in a repetitive manner with a specific intention. A ritual can also be something as like how you cleanse your face, how you prepare to sleep every evening. Do you use a exfoliant and then you put a toner on, and then you put moisturizer on, and that is simply a ritual. It's something that you do on a repetitive basis that actually nourishes you, that supports your soul, that supports how you look. It's something that's important to you, and it's designed to, in the case of the nighttime facial, it's designed to allow you to take better care of your skin. A ritual could be something where every full moon, you put your crystals in the under the moonlight, and you put out a jar of water and you make your moon glow water. Just something that is intentional for you. It can also be a morning ritual that you do, an evening ritual. Maybe it's something you do around every payday. And we're going to talk about some of the money rituals coming up. But it really is just that process of something that you do consciously. So a habit is actually unconscious. We don't always necessarily know that we go into the kitchen every morning and make our coffee in the same way. We don't think about it. We don't think about tying our shoes. You know, those are things that are just inherent and we don't consciously think about. We don't say, okay, wait, now how do I tie my shoe? We've learned it, we do it, it's a habit. And a ritual sets the tone. You set the tone for a ritual by actually having an intention for why you're doing the process to begin with. So I hope that kind of gives you a different definition of what a ritual is, and what I am going to be sharing with you today is things that I do with intention, things that I do that makes my goddess happy, that makes my soul happy, that I know I'm in alignment. I am tapping into my intuitive spirit and my intuitive voices, and I am also communicating. I see the rituals that I do as a way of communicating to the universe, as an offering, as this is how I'm going to honor you, universe. This is how I'm going to honor the spirit of abundance. This is, I can go on and on and on, and we'll get to all of that. And I do have my notes again, because I always like to have notes. But like I said, this is going to be really playful. It's going to be like show and tell for today. And that is an element that I have to share with you that I've really been adding into my business more and more since about last October. Originally, it was very intentional. It's like, okay, what can I do today that's playful and fun? And over the course of the months, as I continue to sort of have that be one of my values throughout the day, it becomes much more natural. And again, like I said earlier today, as I was kind of putting together some of my props and everything, it's like, oh, this is so fun. It's kind of that sharing of some things that are personal to me, and hopefully giving you some ideas, a little bit of a different insight into what I do behind the scenes. A little bit more of a, here's my life. So, and I'm probably going to be doing more and more of these, because I'm finding that is a way for me to bring pleasure into my business, and also be joyful and playful and yeah. So let's see. And what I want you to do specifically is, if there's things that I show you that I do and it doesn't resonate to you, absolutely fine. Because as with anything, as with any program you take, any coach that you work with, any quote that you see, you need to make sure it's something that resonates with you. There is no magic answer, and I stress this all the time. We are unique goddesses. We are unique spirits. We are a unique bundle of energy that shows up in this body that we have. And there is no one way to do anything. The best way to do something is if it is aligned with your soul. So, hello. Thanks for all of you for jumping on. Let me know what area of your life would you like to increase your abundance. Today we're talking about how to infuse your business with some spiritual abundance rituals, if you will, or practices, or I'm really just sharing what I do on an almost daily basis in some cases to enhance that flow of energy, to enhance the appreciation and gratitude. I'm going to start with, let's see, what direction do I want to go? I'm going to start with what I basically have on my desk. And what I did is I kind of set up my little prop table here with some extra things. But for now, I'm just going to show you, and I'm going to take this off and see if I can just turn it around, see if we can do this gracefully for the purpose of recording. Hang on 1 second. I see a flaw in my plan here. All right, let me see if this is going to work. Flip this around. It doesn't want to flip around, so I'm going to turn it around. So this is a portion of what is always on my desk, my workspace. So I'm not sure how the sunlight is hitting it. We have a day of sun today. But as you can see, I have quite the assortment of different things. I hope that was visible. And what I'm going to do is just kind of share with you how I use them. I believe that, again, setting intentions is a way for me to align to my soul, align to my message, align to my intuition. So we talked earlier, for those of you that are jumping on late, I pull a card. So today's card I pulled, I do it every time before I go live for a training or just a Facebook Live or a group call. And I also do before I start my one-on-one calls with my clients. The other thing I do even before I pull a card is I do sage. So saging is nothing more than, for me, I see it as cleansing my aura, cleansing the energy from the client call before, cleansing my space from whatever was happening before. Because especially when I do back-to-back client calls, I don't like the energy of one person to kind of be infused by the energy of the next person. So I see it as a ritual, as a process of and I just, do my own little mantra. I'm cleansing the space of the person that I was just speaking with, and I am opening up a clean channel of information for this person I'm now going to be working with. And the same thing with this. It was like all my morning things that I have done before I went live. I cleanse the aura. I cleanse that kind of energy. I was actually doing some personal work. So, it was like, okay, I need to get in the mindset. I need to be that direct channel for the information that I am to share with you. So I always sage. You can see I actually need a new one. It's getting pretty small. Candles. Every morning when I sit down at my desk, I, again, say my own little prayers, say my own little mantras and affirmations. And I do have a couple of set sayings and prayers that I say, but I also am just intuitive. It's like, you know what? Today I would love more guidance on how I can bring more play into my business. I would love more guidance on what my next post should be. I would love more guidance on what is the next program for me? What should I be marketing? What is my purpose? How can I be of service? And I light my candles, and then I always like to pull one of the cards from this deck, which is Angels in Abundance, Angels in Abundance. It's an old card deck, but I actually love the pictures, because they're just kind of that older style of oracle cards. And I see what pops out. And I just, again, it's like, is there a little bit of guidance? Is there something I need to know? Is there a portion of my energy that I need to cleanse? And let's just see what pops up for today. And I like these cards because there's also a definition on the bottom. And so I don't necessarily have to get the book out. So this one talks about, I'll just read it to you, it's savings. And it says, and so maybe this is applicable for you. Maybe this card is a message for you as well. Are you consistently saving for your future? Your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So, that for me, if it was just me and I was reading that card, is a reminder of, am I putting enough, every time I receive income, am I putting enough into my savings bucket? Or in this case, I have a savings jar. Am I doing that? And am I consciously doing it? Or am I just, absorbing the money that comes in and not paying attention to it, not honoring it, and just letting it go out? I also have an altar. And I have a bigger altar in my bedroom, but I took a small portion, and I have crystals that mean things to me. And again, crystals and the meanings we could do a whole other workshop on, but I have citrine, I have some apricot quartz, I have amethyst. I have little cards that remind me of the abundance. I have Ganesha. I never say those correctly, but it's a deity that's for good fortune and abundance. And then I also have Lakshmi, which is also compassion and patience and just being that feminine goddess that I am, as well as good fortune. So those mean something to me. You can set up your altar in any manner that puts things on it that you feel resonate. You could write a note about what your next program is, and that you're wanting to attract clients to it, and put that on your altar. And what I do with mine, the one that I keep on my desk, is I put it in the upper left-hand corner of your desk. So for those of you that might be familiar with feng shui is a, again, deep topic, but for a quick summary, it is a map that you can place. It's a blueprint you can place over your home and also over your desk space that gives you different quadrants of different meanings, for example. And there's a quadrant for health, and a quadrant for travel, and a quadrant for, now I forget all the different quadrants, but I know the upper left is the wealth and abundance and prosperity corner. So that's where I place my altar. It's on the upper left-hand corner of my desk. And having flowers on my desk is always important too, because that's fresh, that's new, that's beauty. All the things that I want to bring into my world, into my life, and infuse my business with those kinds of vibes are things that I need to have on my desk. When my desk becomes overcluttered and there's piles and I've got this and sticky notes here and here and here, I always know when I've overloaded my desk in that manner. It's because it becomes cluttered and my thought process becomes cluttered. I'm all of a sudden not having a flow of ideas and creativity, and I'm feeling stagnant with the flow of money, and it's like I can't, my posts aren't, I'm not able to articulate what I really want to feel. And so chances are when that's happening for me, I look at my desk and it's like, oh, things are getting a little bit messy here. I have a coffee cup here, I have my water bottle, I have my essential oils. It's like, okay, let's put everything in its place. Let's get rid of this pile of papers. Let's file what I need to file. And it's amazing how just that flow, just that shifting of your workspace will allow the abundance to start flowing. One of the other things that I do on a regular basis is I love essential oils, and I use them as far as diffusing the oils, but I also put them on me as well. And I have one that's called Balance that I use all the time, especially in my work room, in my work area. My apartment style is kind of an open floor plan. Bergamot is also really good for abundance. I will sometimes just put that on my wrists, on my arms. Frankincense is another one that, frankincense and myrrh and all those delightful oils are all rich and abundant, and it's, for me, abundance is not necessarily, oh, that means I'm going to get money in my bank account right now. It's the abundance of creative ideas. And as I grow and shift and change, my creativity expands. And so abundance for me is that expansion piece. And it is also attracting love into my world. It is also attracting ideal clients. It's that flow of abundance. And in addition to money. And another one I have here, that I put here is Forgive. Forgive is one, and I really just love this blend. I use Forgive on the full moon, during my full moon ritual. So those of you that have followed me for a while know that I have a full moon and a new moon ritual. New moon is where you set your intentions for the coming 30 days. And that is also a very potent time where you could say, here's what I would like to bring into my world for the next 30 days. Here is what I would you know, how I would like my relationship to change. Here is how I would like to interact with my children. Here are some of the ways I want to shift my finances. New moons are perfect times for setting those intentions. Full moons are always the opportunity to forgive. And I so enjoy the process of doing the forgiveness concept and ritual every 30 days rather than waiting, you know, for the end of the year or something along those lines. To me, 30 days is much more manageable because it gives me an opportunity to just look back on the 30 days. I don't have to keep remembering and remembering. I know that every 30 days I'm starting with clean energy. And lots of times it's forgiving myself. But more importantly, it gives you that sort of opportunity to write your letter, to burn it under the moonlight, and just release and let go. And so the forgiveness blend that I use is it's something that I do usually 24 hours before and after the full moon. But again, for me, the intention of diffusing that oil and being in that mindset and lighting my candles, this for me is how I start my day. It just sets me in a good intention. And there's been times, and this would be an opportunity as well, there's no set time you need to do this. A lot of people have rituals that they do in the evening to kind of close out the day, do that mind dump, get out of the negative energy of the whole day, and shift into more of a receptive dream state. Because our dreams are also where we can receive that information from our guides that we've been asking for in our prayers. So let's talk about money. Specific to money. These are some rituals that I like to do, and they're playful and they're fun, and it is an opportunity to really just connect with our money. Because nowadays, because we don't get that check every week, or people don't necessarily pay us with currency, it's all electronic. You know, which is kind of nice and cool and quick, but it also doesn't give us that opportunity to sort of embody and embrace the fact that this is $100. This is $100, and I love this $100, and then you go put it in the bank. And so therefore this is a great way. Now I will say that electronic transfer concept, if you're having a challenge with how to really wrap your head around the fact that money is purely an energetic exchange, watch the money just transfer. I mean, you can be there with your friend in front of you and she says, I'm going to pay you $25, and she pays you via Venmo or PayPal or whatever it might be, and you watch all of a sudden the $25 goes from her phone to your phone. It is energy. It is nothing more than an energetic exchange. So here are some really fun money rituals that I like to do as part of, again, my getting ready for work every day kind of concept. And I will say there are days when I don't. There are days when I'm doing a 6 a.m. My time one-on-one call. And so I do what I need to do. I settle into my day, and it might not be for a couple hours later. But I do find that my days flow better. I am receiving more abundance when I can really tap into my essence, my intuitive guides, my heart. And it is something that is custom to you. It's personal to you. What you feel you need to do. There's times where I will, having done my ritual in the morning, just be feeling like I'm getting kind of sucked in, or I just got off of a call with someone, or something might have happened and I could feel my energy kind of wobbling, so to speak, and it's like, okay, not going there, let's get back on track. And sometimes simply sitting and going through the process of pulling an oracle card just for that intuitive guidance, or really just sitting down and writing something that says, I'm appreciative of everything right now. And maybe you write down 5 things. It allows you to get out of the wobble and into the right mindset, which is the happiness, the joy, the playfulness. And I love And I actually, when I travel, I will take some essential oils. I scale this all down. I have some smaller versions of my favorite crystals that mean something to me, and they're in a special travel bag. I do sage because hotel rooms, you never know what goes on in a hotel room. So I always sage hotel rooms. So I do incorporate this as much as I can when I travel. And because it is something that is important to me. Doesn't mean that my trip will be, have a negative effect if I don't do these practices. No, I just know intuitively what my soul needs. So funny. These are some fun rituals to do with your bills. Instead of having them pile up, so it's like, you're going to get an electric bill, you're going to get a cable bill, you're probably getting an internet bill and a cell phone bill and, all of those things. If you don't have them set up electronically to receive, you're getting them in the mail. And if you're just letting them sit there, kind of closed up, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'll throw them in the box that says I'll pay on the 15th. It really is a energy drain. And it's an energy drain from the standpoint of it's an unknown. Subconsciously, you don't really know what the exact amount of those bills are. You have no idea. And so it's kind of, especially if you're trying to grow your business and attract new clients, it actually is an energy drain because somewhere subconsciously you need money for those bills over there. What I like to do is take those bills, and because I still do get some in a paper format, mostly because it's an easier way for me to track certain expenses, and I have a system that works and my accountant likes it, but also because I have certain vibes with money and shifting some of my money beliefs and how I honor my income and expenses. I do like to receive some of my bills in a paper format. So what I do is I actually open them up, look at them, acknowledge the fact that this is going to be $125 I need to pay for the electric. And I actually put a little heart on it. And then I have it open and I put that in the box or in the file section of what I'm going to pay. Now, another thing that I really have been doing recently and has had a great effect on my flow of income and expenses is rather than waiting and letting that sit there. So rather than having 5 bills sitting there, knowing you need to pay them on the 15th, or they're sitting in your email inbox, and you know that energetically on the 15th of the month, you're going to go to your online banking and you're going to grab these bills and you're going to pay them. I like to do a couple of things. One is I honor the flow of the money, and as soon as the bill comes in, I pay the bill. Money goes out means money's going to come back in. It's that trust in the universe and that playfulness that, okay, here's $125. I'll get $125 or more somewhere. And having that be part of the ritual. Another thing that you can do if you really do prefer the process because of your flow of income of paying bills on a regular basis, twice a month, whatever your system might be, is that when you go to pay those bills, put some music on. Put some music on, light some candles, do your own ritual ahead of time that, basically says, you know what, universe, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to have enjoyed the electricity, to having enjoyed the things I paid with my credit card, to enjoying the fact that I got my car service, and thank you for the opportunity to be able to share this abundance with these vendors. And I guarantee you it's going to have a different effect on how you are paying the bills rather than sitting down with, oh my God, it's the 15th of the month, I've got to pay these bills. I don't really want to. And you write the check out, or you go online to the auto payment situation and you say, yes, go ahead and pay this. And it's like it becomes very routine, and you are not conscious about who you're paying or what you're paying for. So I always suggest have a dance party, make it like fun. It's like, oh my God, I am so excited because today is Friday, and every Friday I get paid. Every Friday I'm going to pay all these other people. And just shift your mindset. Again, whatever ritual you come up with. A ritual is nothing more than something that you do with a certain set intention. And in this case, the intention is honoring the flow of money, honoring the fact that it's just energy, not with the concept of, oh my God, I just got paid $500, but I've got to pay $400 out in bills. I don't really make any money because I only have $100 left. All of that is negative vibration, negative energy. It is not going to move you into the world of receiving. The universe sees that you're not appreciative. You're not even happy with the fact that you got $500. And you're certainly not even happy with the $100 that's left. Be happy with the $100. Again, do a dance party. Do something that just kind of just energizes yourself. The other thing too is on a daily basis. This is what I started doing. I called it coffee with my checkbook, I think, or something. But after my morning ritual, after I get settled in, before I really start my day, I open up my online banking accounts and I look at them. And again, I give appreciation. I am so excited for the bank balance that's in my checking account. I look at my investment accounts. I'm excited. Excuse me. I'm excited for the balance that's in that account. I make it part of my daily routine. It could be the same balance every day for 5 days. That's okay. It's all right. It's there. It's yours. It's part of you. It's part of your essence. Connect to it. Again, we don't have the option to see the currency, to touch the currency, to receive that check, to go to the bank. I mean, even nowadays, when we get checks, we don't even have to go to the bank anymore. We just take a picture of it. So make that part of your ritual every morning. A ritual is really, again, just something that you do with intention, consciously, as opposed to a habit, which is unconscious behavior. And you can take this into your workspace. So let's say that you're at a 9-to-5 job and maybe you're paying bills. Maybe that is your job. You pay bills for the company you're with, or you're a manager and you have to approve the bills. Play with the money in that manner. Even though it's not your personal money, even though the invoice you got in for the consultant, for the software company that you're working with, and you send it on to procurement and they're going to pay it, still play with the money. Embrace the fact that, my God, I am so excited that I'm working for a company that allowed me to negotiate this contract to get this vendor. The vendor's asking for $10,000. Yes, this is awesome because, and whatever the scenario is, because this is going to advance the company, because I get to work on this project, and then you send it off with your approval because the procurement department needs your approval, and put a little heart by it. Just put approved and whatever you need to do, and just put a heart by it and know that that flow is happening. So you can expand this concept into all areas of your life. For example, relationships. Let's say that you are looking to attract your soulmate relationship, partner, spouse. You want to enhance your current relationship. You can do this with love, with increasing the abundance of love. How do you do this? Starts with self-love. So maybe part of your ritual in the morning when you're journaling is, what do I love about myself? What is something that if you're looking, let's say you're looking for a relationship, it's like, what you want from another person, male, female, whoever you are wanting to call into your universe, maybe more friends even, just more friends. And who who you want, but the reality is, are you what they want? And it's it's an interesting reverse way to use this abundance concept, because if I want this XYZ out of a soulmate man, in my case, and am I that person to myself? So can I expect someone to be super trim and look totally badass naked? Do I? And I'm not suggesting that you need to have the perfect, shape or body, but do you love your body the way it is? And so again, it's just opening your consciousness up to really creating rituals and incorporating the concept of abundance in all ways. It could be wanting to lose weight. It could be, the healthy body. It could be bringing more wealth into your business. And what's really, really fascinating, this hasn't happened for me, but this has happened for many clients, is they've been really expanding their abundance and really wanting to receive, XYZ, let's say $5,000. And what I try to suggest is not to be fixed on, I want $5,000 more to come in from my business, is to reflect on the fact that in your partnership, in your marriage, however you're doing your finances, you would love to see $5,000 be increased. Well, that could mean that your partner comes home from work that day saying, you know what? I just got a bonus for $5,000. It happens in that manner when we can remove the limits and the expectations on how we think abundance will show up or how we want abundance to show up. It is amazing how it will come into our world when we remove the expectations. If we're trying to, write in our journal every day that we want to receive $5,000 in my checking account by this date, it's very limiting. And you're actually throwing resistance into what you perceive as asking for abundance. We talked about a lot of different ways to incorporate sort of the energy, and it's bringing in that feminine essence, with the candles and oracle cards and crystals and essential oils. Whatever might really resonate for you and try different things. Try different combinations. Maybe, candles aren't your thing. There's so many candles nowadays that are made out of, and this is one thing that I really would strongly suggest, is really look at the ingredients on your candles, because some of them actually emit not air, but they emit, based on what the combination of the wax is, things that are unhealthy for us to be breathing. So you really want to stay with the pure candles that, some people prefer the soy-based ones, some people prefer the beeswax. Make sure that it's a natural candle. And lots of places nowadays really do sell a combination. You don't want the ones that have the artificial aromas in them. You want the ones that have the pure essential oils in. If essential oils isn't your thing, that's okay too. But essential oils really just permeates your space on an ongoing basis with that higher level of vibration, with the intent of the oil, with a combination of, balance, which is really just bringing things into play. I have another one that I use that's called Elevation, and it's a joyful blend, and it really can be invigorating. Bring dance into your rituals. Maybe, like I said on the paying your bills, maybe in the morning, after you meditate, after you've had your cup of coffee, after you've visited with your money, maybe you just do a 10-minute dance party. Get your body going. Just shift that energy and just say, okay, universe, I'm ready. Show me what I need to do next. That's actually what I do quite a bit. My cat thinks I'm crazy, but I don't really care. She's used to it now. She just kind of looks up and ignores me. But that is part of my ritual. It feels good to me. Will I always do that? I don't know. Right now it feels super awesome and amazing. As the weather gets better, I go out on my deck in the morning and do my journaling. That's where it just feels, I love feeling the air and the sun and seeing the blue skies and just the freshness of the morning. Change it up. And as with anything that you do, in your life. Again, I don't care if it's how you make your coffee in the morning, the coffee drink that you drink, the way you drive to work, where you do your journaling. Change it up. Because if we keep doing the same thing that we've been doing, it really creates this stagnant flow of energy. And until you shift and allow things to flow differently, that is the magic to the abundance. That is the magic to the flow of appreciation and joy and being playful. I mean, that right there would be such an amazing thing for you to try. Figure out how you can be playful every day. Something new and different. How can you be playful? How can you show up? How can you make embodying or embracing your money come from a different perspective? Because here's the other key. If you are looking to increase the abundance in your business or attract clients that want to pay you in full instead of paying in payments, you need to really actually show up in that energy, show up in that vibe. And sometimes starting your day with this type of ritual or a piece of this is going to automatically shift you into that vibe. And then you hit live, and then you show up, and then you talk about your current offer, you talk about your products, you talk about the fact that you tried a new place for dinner last night and here's what you experienced. You know, that is how it doesn't take preparation. It doesn't take meditation. It doesn't take memorizing. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I need to do a Facebook Live tonight. What am I going to talk about? What did you do during the day that was fun and playful and different? That's what you can talk about. And let me just look here on my notes. So that is, and I also want to just see how I'm doing on time here. We are just about ready to wrap up. Perfect timing. I see. So here's a perfect example. When you are incorporating this vibrational living and incorporating being open to flow and being open to the intuitive hits and showing up in the morning and just saying, okay, universe, show me what I need to do today. How can I be of service? I know what I need to get done, and you know what I need to get done. How are we going to make this work? And when I can let it just go, I have the most fantastic days. It's amazing. So today I'm doing this workshop, and then I have a program that I'm involved in. We've got a call on that. And then I have the rest of the afternoon open. Now I know there's certain things I need to get done, and I will do them. Do I have a set time? No. Do I have a set order? Not necessarily, because what I do, it's kind of like, where do I want to go first? So as I start the car, it's like, okay, I want to do these 5 things. Where do I need to go first? And I literally will listen to my intuition. My intuition will say, go there first. And I do it. And it becomes fun. It becomes light. It becomes playful. Because it doesn't become a chore. It doesn't become, oh my God, I got to get this done and this done. Oh, and I've only got this much time left. Oh, and the traffic turned red, and now there's traffic on the freeway. It's like, I know intuitively, and I trust that I am co-partnering with the universe and that we're going to get all these things done in any order. And lots of times I'm done earlier. Lots of times there's fun for play. Lots of times I'll drive by a coffee shop and it's like, you know what? I've got everything done. And there's a new coffee shop I didn't know about. I'll go check it out. Maybe I'll go want to work there on one of my days that I go to a coffee shop and work. So be open to the flow. Be open to bringing into your workspace, into your bedroom, into your personal altar, into your goddess space, wherever you have kind of set up within your house. Make it yourself. Make it yours. If you share an office with a spouse or a partner, maybe that's okay, but maybe you have a corner. Maybe you have your own desk where your energy resides. You can sage it every time. Look beyond what you're currently doing, because and I say this all the time, but it's so true, If you're not happy with what you're getting, you need to change what you're doing. So if you're not happy in your life right now, it doesn't mean that you have to, throw it all away, but make some changes. Change what you're doing and you're going to see the results change. It's so, so important. And start with simple things. I know it's scary. So I hope this workshop has given you some ideas, some suggestions. Again, I could take any of these topics that I talked about today and do an hour, if not longer, workshop on it. A lot of these concepts are going to be brought into a new program that I'm announcing next week. And it's going to be, I will give you a little bit of a hint. It's going to be about money and abundance, and but with a certain swirl and twist to it. So that's something that I will be announcing next week. It'll be a 21-day program, and I'm going to be able to go into depth on some of this type of bringing abundance into your life, but we're also going to be doing a lot of the deeper work and the challenging work, and just really tapping into some of the reasons why we have the limiting beliefs we do around money, and how we can really just energize it and get over the stories that we've been telling ourselves and become more abundant in all areas of our life. So more on that to come next week. And I am so appreciative for you being here. Please if you're watching the replay, let me know you were here. Let me know your thoughts and questions. I will get back to everybody's comments and ideas that you shared. And I hope you have an awesome day. Go do something playful and fun and different. And let me know what rituals resonated with you. Maybe there's some I mentioned you're already doing. Maybe you're going to try a couple of new ones out. Let me know. I'm curious. Bye.